What's happening? I'm going to talk to you today about one of my favorite albums. All the videos that I make and talk to you about are my favorite albums, but always been a huge Paul McCartney fan, especially his work that he did with Wings. And this album in particular, Wings Over America, has always gotten a lot of play from me. Originally released as a triple vinyl album documenting that 1976 tour, it's now on 2 CDs. And it's, in my opinion, even though Wings went through quite a few different lineup changes before he broke the band up in 1980, this is the strongest lineup as far as I'm concerned. This is Paul and Linda, and then he's got longtime collaborator Denny with him, Denny Lane, and then he's got Jimmy McCullough on lead guitar, and he's got Joe English on drums and vocals. And this lineup was rock solid. This is the lineup that did Venus and Mars and Wings at the Speed of Sound. Wings at the Speed of Sound actually being the album that they're technically touring behind on this release. This is also unique in that on this tour, Paul brought out Beatles songs into the set for the first time. He was doing The Long and Winding Road, he was doing Blackbird, he did Yesterday, there's others. And the concert itself was kind of neat. It was broken down into, they came out with the full band, and then at one point they did a mini acoustic set, and then they went back to the full band for the rest of the show. They also made a movie. There was a movie called Rock Show that came out in the very early 80s documenting the tour. And I remember my mom and dad actually took me to see that movie on the big screen. I couldn't have been 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. But that is an experience that I remember, and it was phenomenal to see that on the big screen. Songs like Beware My Love, I think that cuts the studio version. Soily, the encore that hadn't been available on an album before. Just so many great versions. A lot of energy on the album, and the band was pretty tight. Like I said, in my opinion, even though I do like the Lawrence Jubner and Steve Holley Back to the Egg, the last lineup of Wings, I do actually have to give the nod to the Jimmy and Joe version of Wings. But Wings Over America, phenomenal live document of the 1976 tour.